Hi everyone, it's Cass. Welcome back to my channel, What Cass Read. So I'm doing a completely different style of video today, and I kind of had to have like a really big think with myself and figure out what can I do to still be consistent on my channel. I'm going to keep walking around. This is going to be a vlog style, but I have like a topic that I want to discuss with everybody. And that is, I've been asked multiple times, how am I doing it all? How am I reading so much, having just become a new parent? And I also have had this guilt of inconsistency with posting in my videos. And I did say when I came back to YouTube that I might have to, take a look and see what will work with the filming schedule based off of what I can and cannot do. I don't film when my son is around because A, I don't want him on the channel, but B, he's really loud, so there's like no way to talk about anything when he's here. So all that is to say, I've had a really big think about like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? And I just decided, you know what? I'm just gonna do what I can, and that is when I have the time, I'm going to just pick up the camera and film. It's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be, the background that you've come to know and love of my living room. It's just going to be whatever. I mean, obviously we're still in my living room. I actually just sat down to eat some lunch. This looks a lot more put together than it is. It's just a rotisserie chicken, leftovers with leftover green beans, and this Chobani probiotic blueberry pomegranate yogurt drink. These are probably not as good for you as they all advertise, but that's what I have in my fridge. And some water and, parent life, if this is a video about parenting, right? Burp rag, boogie wipes, bib, bills, baby stuff. Yeah, so I just have to get comfortable with filming where I'm at, when I have the time. So it's my lunch break right now. I'm working from home, so that's why my son's not here in the daytime. And I just wanted to quickly talk about how it seems like I read a lot when I'm a new parent, but truthfully, I haven't been reading a lot, and that's okay. When I set my initial Goodreads goal this year, I scaled my goal way back. I scaled it down to 12 books for the year because I was like, all right, I have no idea what my life is going to look like. If I can just get one book a month, I'm good. I'm good with that. Whenever I set goals, I've been a big fan of setting realistic goals. Like, does anyone ever hear about SMART goals? I'm sure you have, but if you haven't, SMART goals is an acronym for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. And the one portion of that like goal setting philosophy that has always stuck with me is the realistic part. And realistically, I didn't think I was ever going to read 50 books this year. I didn't think I was going to read 48. I think that was my goal last year. I barely squeaked by last year. Did I squeak by last year? No, I don't know. But new parenthood, y'all. I should probably... You're on the coffee table. Okay, I need to eat since, how much time do I have? Okay, I have 30 minutes, so excuse me while I try to eat. So the big thing that I have come to learn when I'm trying to read as a new parent is that my form and what looks like reading has changed so much. I'm sure you've already picked up on it whenever I do wrap-ups. But I'm only reading audiobooks these days. If I can read a physical book, that's an accomplishment. And even my Kindle. I thought my Kindle would be a good solution as well because I can use the Kindle Lite in the middle of the night. My son still shares a room with us since he's 8 months old. And I live in an apartment. There's literally nowhere else for him to sleep. That's a whole nother topic. I thought the Kindle would be a good solution, but at the end of the day, I'm so wiped out. So I have found that audiobooks have literally been the only way that I can get any reading done. And the times that I am listening to audiobooks, my go-to is always my commute to work. I had been working from home for like a year and a half. Then my workplace is transitioning us back to in the office, but we're still only in the office part of the time. I work in a very like high density kind of environment, so they don't want everybody in there at all times. So I still work from home part-time. And I've been finding that has cut significantly into my commute listening hour and a half. If I'm working on spreadsheets that's just like nothing that important for me to pay attention to, you know what I mean? Or working on some kind of paperwork that doesn't require a lot of thought, you can best believe I'm putting an audiobook on. I've also found when I do my son's chores, thankfully he's finally falling asleep at a decent time, which is like 8:30. And then once he goes down, then it is chore time. So I can usually put an audiobook on at that time. And that is how I read Oathbringer, a 1,200-page book. I don't know what order I'm filming all of these in. I also, in the month of October, I actually read it. I finished it, and it was an 1,100-page book. So I read 2 massively large books that have been on my TBR for ages. And they were big goals of mine, and I was still able to read those, just squeezing those little things in when I could. And I think I'm beginning to realize that that is like my secret to parenthood for the moment, because things are kind of crazy right now. So that's why I decided to take that philosophy to filming. And when I have a moment, I'm just going to turn the camera on and I'm just going to film and I'm just going to talk about what I want. It might not be pretty, it might not be the best, but it's still a way for me to do what I love, to connect with people, and have a life like outside of being a parent. So I just want to say it's not actually that big of a secret, but I think telling fellow parents out there or just fellow busy people who want to read but feel like they can't find enough time, that's what I've been doing. And you're doing great. That's what I need to hear sometimes, that you're doing fine. You're doing great. You're doing a really good job. I think this is how you're going to start seeing my videos for a little while. I had kind of gotten myself stuck in this like, oh, I'm just waiting to move out. I'm just waiting to move out. But ever since I've been on YouTube, which has been a long time, like I've been on BookTube for at least 4 years, but I've been on YouTube for a lot longer. But I've been on YouTube for a long time, and I've always just been like, work with what you have. I have made it this long without a ring light or box lights. Still goals of mine that I want to get, but I've never lived in a space where I could permanently have them set up. And I just kept thinking, oh, just wait till you move and then you can be more consistent. Well, we got some news that, we're trying to close on a house. That's been pushed back because of supply chain shortages of materials. So my house isn't going to be finished when I thought it was going to be finished. So I'm just going to have to work with what I've got. I've always been like, I can only film in front of that window at certain times of the day because that's when the light happens. But it may not work out for me to film that time of day because I could be working. That's a very real possibility. I've also discovered when the landscaping comes by, because I never used to be here in the middle of the day. Well, the landscaping comes by when the light's good. So I was having really frustrating moments of not being able to film because of the landscaping. I'm just going to work with what I have, and hopefully that works out. So that's all I had to say. Very short, quick secrets to reading a lot when you're a new parent. I'm just going to work with what I have. I'm just going to do what I can when I can. That's the secret. I'm just rolling with the punches. Anyways, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. You can follow me on my social media. I'm on Twitter and Instagram. It's at whatcassread. My Instagram, I'm hoping to kind of like give it a little bit more of a zhuzh, a little bit more of an update. I've been posting a lot more planner things on there because the big update is that I've been able to become a brand ambassador for Planner Perfect. So that's been really great because I like it. So my Instagram is going to get a little bit of a zhuzh, and you can also support me on Patreon if you're looking to support my content in that way. All of the links for everything is going to be listed down below. And of course, you know how these videos end. I'll talk to you later.